This is our view controller. To use the table view, what we need to do? Drag and drop the table view. Here, let us introduce a few auto layout constraints. After drag and dropping the content control, this is the pinning, actually adding new constraints. Select this, maintain zero gap from the top, 0, tab, maintaining leading is this left side, how much gap you need to maintain between the view and the table view. Again 0, and this space, how much you want to maintain? 62 is there. I don't want to maintain anything here. Even the bottom, I don't want to maintain anything. These are the 4 constants which we are setting here. Just to tap add constant, automatically that is adjusted. You guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah, fine. Table view cell. This is the table view cell. Table view cell. This is the table. I am going to take default table view cell. I'm just giving us cell as identifier. For the table view, we need to set data source and delegate, set a delegate, and also data source. Okay, and let me take another view controller here to display the content. View controller. I just want to navigate from this view controller to this view controller in 3 different ways, and even coming back again in 3 different ways. Let me take label here. For this, there is no class. Let me take the class. Display view controller. Here, let me keep that method anyways. Go here, change the class name for this. That is display view controller. Display view controller. Let us have an outlet here. Outlets can be created in multiple ways. Let me use the assistant editor now. Display view controller. Label. Even for this, let us set some constants, some default constants, which you can understand. I want to keep, we have seen 4 different constants already, like this is top, leading, trailing, bottom. Now I want to keep this label always in the center. To keep any object in the center, this is the one which you need to select. Horizontally center, vertically center. Horizontally center in container, vertically center in container. It is 0, 0 pixel. Okay, this is how we can display. Even I want to take one button to come back. EA button. I want to display this button some 20 pixels away from the label. Here, top gap actually it is given 98 point something. I just want to maintain 50 pixels gap. And maintain 50 pixels gap. And if you see, there is some red color dots, means it is not the, you have set the constraints, but it is not completely satisfied. We have just specified the gap, but horizontally where it should be located. Horizontally keep in the center. Everything is in blue, so there is no error. It is back button. This is the label for back button. Let me add one method here. Authorate IV accent front back. how to come back? We'll write that method as well. Let's give the connection. Outlet back touch up inside is the event. Perfect. Now, first way I'm going to show you here by using segues. By using segues, I'm drag and dropping from here to here. Or else, whenever I tap here, I want to navigate from one view controller to another view controller. Show. See, I'm giving it again on the cell. When user cell taps on the cell, I want to move here. Perfect. Show. The segue, this is called segue or segue, automatically created. Okay. Now for the table view, we need to implement the methods extension, view controller, UA table view, data source, UA table view, delegate. Data source is having two methods, number of rows in section. I want 10 rows and cell for row and export, cell for row and export, guard let cell equal to DQ table view, DQ reusable cell with identifier. The identifier is cell we have given, else nothing, return empty cell. Cell dot text label dot text equal to, I'm just displaying your content like number index path dot row. Finally, return the cell. This is what we know. Displaying 10 cells and tapping on that, we are just we have to move to the another view control. Let me go to did select row. Index path is the method which triggers after tapping method of tapping table view cell. Index path dot row. Go on mute. Here, the cells are the content is displayed here. Whenever I tap, I'm automatically able to move. I have written 0 lines of code actually. Come back, move down. You're able to move to the another view controller through segue. We are not presenting it, we are not pushing it. Automatically, it is being displayed. While moving to the another view controller, what I want to do is I want to pass some information. I want to pass some information. There is no way to pass the information here. If you are performing push navigation controller, pop navigation, push navigation controller, presenting it modally, we have the object of the destination view controller. Now we do not have any object here because we are doing everything through storyboard. Now to do that, we are having few methods. Whenever the segue is performing, few methods will be called. Those methods are prepare for segue, and this is the method which we need. Prepare for segue. Let destination view controller equal to segue dot destination. We know what is our destination here. Yes, display view controller equal to. In the destination view controller, if the segue is taking me to the destination view controller, then pass the information. How to pass the information? I need to find out which row is selected. Even this is not required here actually. Which row is selected? I need to find out which row is selected on the table view and take the information from for the displayed information on the table view cell and take that and set it here. Here destination view controller. What I want to pass? I want to pass the string. So let me put data where string equal to empty. This is the data. I want to pass the string, so I have taken a placeholder here, one data holder. Here, if it is destination view controller, data, which is string. First, we need to see which one is selected. Selected index path equal to table view object is not there. Let me create the outlet. What I'm trying to do here is I'm just identifying, or else what we can do is we can do it in multiple ways where data is string. In did select route index path, data equal to, however we are setting the data similar way, we need to take this. This is the data. Here we are setting, we are reading data we are getting. Now pass that data here. Data equal to data. This is how we need to prepare segue. Once you are setting the data, once you come here, what we need to do, in view will appear title label or label dot text equal to data. That's it. Whenever you are using segues, this is how you need to set the information. Data is not displayed here. See what went wrong. Segue destination view controller. Prepare for segue. See, is this the method? Prepare for segue. We are coming here. Data is unable to display. Let's see whether we are getting the data here or not. We will appear is called print object data. Data is 4 we are getting, but some reason why it is not displaying. We got the data which is 4 print object label dot text. It is still label. Yeah, it is displayed. What happened previously? We displayed. Okay. Yeah, what is happening here? 8. Whenever you tap 8, it is displaying 1. Whenever you tap 6, it is displaying 8. Whenever you tap 2, what is the method which we have implemented here? Did select row or will select row in path? Did select row in path. Actually, this method is getting called after this method is executing. If you see, that is the reason we are getting previous data, not the present data. First, this method is getting called. Okay, what we need to do here, we need to identify then the data we are setting. So what we can do is just hide this and take one outlet for the IB outlet. IB outlet week where table view. We can ask table view who all are selected. EI table view. Table view we have here. Here we can get index paths. Where is selected? Table view at selected index paths for index path for selected rows. And first object. Only one row is selected. Take that. Data, what is data here? Same thing, whatever we are doing here. Same thing, you do it. But here, index path dot row. Here also specify post. What I am doing here? The optional. I am asking table view, are there any cells selected? Are there any cells selected? We are taking that index path and it gives multiple index paths. It gives you an array. we are taking first element of the array because only one selection we make. We get index path. For the index path, I'm just passing row and see if it works. And we need to set outlet for the table view. That is this table view, your so and so. See if it works. Prepare for segue. Everywhere we are getting 0 only. Why is it 0?
Given first, no?
Which one? Yeah, first I have given, but sorry. Index path not for visible. Index path selected rows. Index path for selected row, not visible. Visual cells we have tried it previously. Index path dot select run it. 1 is displayed, 5 is displayed, 8 is displayed, 4 is displayed. This is how we pass the information whenever we are using segues. Whenever we are using segues, this is how we pass the information. We need to check first whether it is taking me to the destination, required destination view controller or not. Our required destination view controller, display view controller. Here I am asking table view, is there any cells which are selected? Give me the index path for that. It has given me index path. So and so cell is selected. From the so and so cell is selected. We are preparing the string. We are preparing the string to display by using index path. Similarly, we are preparing a string to pass information. Prepare segue is the method which will be called whenever the segue is executing. Segue is executing. And second way, I will show you. Hope this is clear. I'm just removing it. I am giving connection from here to here. View controller to view controller. Here, I am specifying this is segue, set some identifier. Move to display is the identifier. Here, even if you run and tap on the table view cell, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Previously, we have given connection from cell to view controller. Now I have given view controller to view controller. You can see complete view controller. If you select it, where it is complete view controller. Now what we need to do is did select row next path. Make use of did select row next path, and programmatically how to execute segues. Perform segue with identifier. What is our segue? Identifier, that is nil. This is how you can. This is this way also you can do. This way also you can do. On selection, I am taking user to another view controller. What is this? Yeah. Sure. Programmatically executing segue. In this case, it works actually. You don't have to take the table view, etc. Because this is the first method which gets called. Then we are performing the segue. Then this method gets called. Here we can set. We are setting the information. Instead of setting this, we can set direct data. Automatically executing segue. In this case, we can directly set data. You can use the data here. First approach which we followed on selecting, because this is the first method gets called, then this method gets called. So we are setting the data instead of asking the table view. We are just pulling it down, right? We are just pulling it down. I want to come back through button. When I tap button, I want to come back. How to do it? We are presenting it actually. Actually, we are presenting it. Segue is, hope segue is clear. Now we see how to do it programmatically. Programmatic segue, this is programmatic segue. Programmatic segue. And I want to do the same thing without segue. I don't want to perform it. I want to do it manually. How to do it manually? Let If you want to do it manually, you have to set identifier for the view controller. Display storyboard ID. Now come here. Let if let display view controller equal to storyboard. We need to ask storyboard. Let storyboard equal to EA storyboard. What is our storyboard name? Main, right? Main dot storyboard. Bundle you can also specify nil. Let display view controller equal to storyboard. Instantiate view controller with identifier. What is our view identifier? Display view controller. Consider it as display view controller. If it is display view controller, display VC has something called data. You pass the data and present it. Present view controller inside present view controller. Display view controller. Programmatically, how to present it. Same thing. Result is same, but way of displaying approach is different. Okay. How to move back? How to move back? Now we see how to move back. Here, dismiss is the method. Animated to single line to move back. Back button. 7 back button. 5 back button. 2 back button. Clear? Now assume that I want to navigate from one view controller to another view controller, like pushing approach. From right side to left, it needs to be pushed instead of presenting from the bottom. To do that, we need to have navigation controller. Let's put all our view controllers inside the navigation controller. Editor embedding navigation controller. This is one way which we have already seen. The second way is from here, put it in the navigation controller. Now, navigation controller has come here. Okay. Now I want to push it. How to push it? On selecting the table USL, I want to push it. Instead of present, what we can do is navigation controller, push view controller. Same in just a single line, presenting and pushing. Display we see. See here, from right side, right to left, it is moving. I am clicking back button, but it is not functioning. What is there in back button? It is dismiss. Dismiss does not work on navigation controller. If you are pushing any view controller and if you want to go back, the dismiss does not work. Navigation controller pop view controller. Popping. Even if you have two things, also no problem. Actually, in it, popping. Pop back, 1, pop back, 0, pop back. And one more important stuff is I am here. Whenever I tap this button, let me move to 3. Third view controller I am taking. Move to 3. On tapping, I'm going to here. For third view controller, take another view controller. For power touch class. Third view controller. Just specify your third view controller. And I'm going to have one back button here. Button. This is back. I'm going to have one more button like home. Let's have two methods here. One is back, another one is home. Back. home. To go back, we have something called a navigation controller, pop view controller. To go home, we are having something called pop to home, pop to root view controller. To go back to the first view controller, assume that I have navigated from home to different view controllers. I would just want to directly jump into the home. To directly jump to the home, pop to root view controller is the method. To jump back one step, pop view controller is the method. Okay, let us give the connections here. Let me plug in. Third view controller. One is back, touch up inside. Another one is home. Okay, let's run it. 0 is displayed. Simply go back. By we are using navigation controller. So pop view controller. And clicking one, we pushed a view controller, that is display view controller. I'm moving to 3, move to 3, and it is home here. If you want to go home directly, table view, directly this is how we can approach. If you simply go back the one step back, pop view controller is the method which you required here. Again, popping it. This is how the third approach navigation controller works. Back to home, pop to root view controller is very important. Any doubts here? 3 different approaches. One is segue, another one is presenting and dismissing, another one is pushing and popping. 3 different approaches. How to execute it programmatically, we know. Perform segue. Perform segue. What is that? This is perform segue. This is presenting. This is pushing. These are the only 3 different ways which we use, which are there to navigate from one view controller to another view controller. We are able to pass the information forward. How to pass the information backward? There is no way to come back to previous view controller by using segue. By using segue, there is no way. If you want to execute programmatically, also segue, there is no segue. To come back, only 2 approaches, either dismiss it or pop it. Programmatically, there is no way. There is one way. Yeah. There is one way where you can come back. Let me set that as well. That is a little tricky. Anyways, using segue, unwind, that is called unwind segue. Back to segue. Back to segue. Here, what I do is control and drag and drop on this exit. Nothing is popping. Anyways, let me have one method here. Let me have a method here. IB action func moved back. Here, segue UI storyboard segue. Let's see if it works. Use it long back from button to exit button. It is moved back. Okay, run it and see if it works. One, move back. This is how programmatically we can through segue only, but you need to write little code here. You need to write a little code. Okay, this is called unwind segue. Very important. Most of the people does not know what it is. even they are in real time. Have you guys heard this anywhere who is working? Unwind segue, basically to move back from one view controller to another view controller in a segue format. Here, if there is any data, if you want to pass the information back through segue, this is the approach which you can do. Like, let me. We have label, right? We have label here. I want to pass the information back. How to pass the information back? One way is unwind segue. Another way is previously we have seen like after selecting the table cell here, we move to the another view controller. There we have text field. How did we set the information? We have checked all the navigation controller stack and taken the home view controller and set the value and pop it. We have checked navigation controller stack. What are the different view controller we are having, and take the required view controller and set the value and pop it. For dismissing, while dismissing, let me take that as well. For dismissing, let me show you. Let me take one text field here. Take this text field, add some information, and reflect that on the view controller, home view controller. This is text field. Outlet, IV outlet, week, where, text field, here text field. This is the text field. Go here. This view controller, outlet, give the text field as the outlet, get the information. Whenever you are moving back, here we get let. What is source now? This is the segue, right? Actually, segue method. What is source here? Let me print what is source here. Segue dot source. Source means we are coming from destination view controller, display view controller, the home view controller. Here what we get, display view controller is the source here. Destination is home view controller. This is the destination now. Whenever we are moving forward, this is source. This is destination. Whenever we are moving back, this is source. This is destination. Here accessing the source here. If we let display view controller equal to segue dot source is display view controller. If it is display view controller, now the display view controller is having a property called outlet called text field. Let data equal to display view controller dot text field dot text. I'm just reading it. We are just taking this. I enter some junk here. Go back 34234, which is displayed because we transferred the information from. This is one of the approach which we can follow to access the information of the destination view controller in source. This is actual source. Move back. User entered some information. Come back. While coming back, bring the data. This is one of the approach. One of the ways to bring the data back. Previously, we have seen the other approach. Previously, we have seen the other approach. Even I want to bring some information and display it on the view will appear. How to bring the information back? Return to data equal to again it is text string. Return data. Okay. From the while if I am using, we are using. Yeah. First approach. First approach is presenting. Whenever you are presenting, how to bring the data back. I'm presenting it. Did select what in this path. Whenever I use present instead of push, how to bring the data back. Here, let me check. Print self dot present view presentation view controller. See if it works. Presenting. Whenever I click back, which is not the one. Parent. Let's try this. Parent is nil. There is something called presented V controller. Again nil. Presented V controller. Presenting V controller. Let's try this. Which is navigation controller we are getting here. Parent, presentation, presented, presenting. There should be some method. Parent, which is giving you V controller. Which we have seen. Actually, here we get the V controller, which is home V controller. Once you get the home V controller object, set the information like return information equals so on so. You can see that. Presented, presenting. Presented is also not working. Presenting also did not work, it seems. Which is giving navigation control right away. Input V controller. Presenting means split V controller, input V controller. V controller only first. Clearly, we can look for pointer lock. I'll check this approach. Actually, one of the things should work, but not sure. We're in case of popping, we know in case of navigation controller, we need to read the stack of the navigation controller and take the V controller object and set the information and pop it. Okay, this is how it works. Anyways, let me show you. Yeah, self presenting V controller only they have given, but it is not working. The V controller, controller